Okay, folks, here we are on the high seas. Our nice little wooden ships. Look at that. Look at how beautiful craftsmanship we got going on here. That's one of the things about this time period, man. They cared so much about... Oh, look, he's got his little telescope, periscope. I forgot what that's called, but he's looking through it. So yeah, that's one of the things about these time periods where apparently style mattered way more than anything else. Awesome. So we got ourselves a halfway decent fleet. And let's go ahead and line our guys up like this. Because you'll see the wind's blowing this way, so we'll have better wind in our sails. Oh, I was completely facing the wrong direction. Oh well, so I'll just have to reposition my ships. Luckily, the enemy ships are going to be coming straight for me too. The way I positioned our ships looks like none of us will be getting any wind in our sails, or hardly any at all. Yeah, their masts are kind of just out there, not really catching too much. Actually, they're going pretty fast. This is a 4th rate and it's getting some sizable speed. So basically, when I get into naval battles, my main strategy is just to pummel one ship and then move on to the next. If you can isolate a ship, that's very good. You want to stay relatively close to other ships. Don't want to have one ship get isolated and then shot down by itself. And you'll notice that these ships are slow as hell, especially when they don't have any wind. They're just sort of adrift. I mean, hey, these ships are completely wind-powered, so don't expect too much. These guys are pretty heavy. But thankfully, Sweden is going to meet me out in the open. I mean, it's not like there's any cover in here, but you know what I'm saying. It's not just sitting back and expecting me to sail all the way over to them. So we should be able to engage them in just a moment. Let's see if I can load up a broadside. I'm just gonna wait. I want to theoretically be able to hit them with a broadside that's going to be just out of range enough that I'll be able to line one up and sort of just chip away at them without them being able to return fire. This might be about as good as it's going to get for me. So I'll wait for them to be right in my line of fire. Alright, well, it's as good as time as any. Let's hope for the best. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah, it did some decent damage. Took out one of their cannons. The way they're angled, it looks like they wouldn't even be able to fire onto me. Who knows? Yeah, it looks like the way their cannons are facing. I mean, all they would have to do is just turn a little bit and they'd be able to hit me again. But right now they're definitely close enough that I can just leave my cannons on fire at will mode and they'll be able to chip away at them whenever they're reloaded. And yeah, the fastest way to take out a ship, I think at least, is just to pound solid shot into the sides of their ships. Not too much more to it than that. See if we can get another ship close enough to give us some support. I always forget about my other ships. Yeah, these guys are way out of any useful effect. I'm tempted to shoot them a chain shot, just because their sails are up right now. Alright, that's what I'm going to do next volley. I'm going to shoot this ship with some chain shot. Surprised they have not opened up on me yet. These guys can get up broads. Yeah, well, a little bit late on that. Whatever. Yeah, chain shot took some wind out of their sails. That's for certain. I'm gonna try and shoot this gap right here. It's probably not gonna work, actually. It's only gonna get me shot up a little bit more. But yeah, what chain shot does is, the little picture here is, it's really two balls with a chain strung in between them, and what it's aimed in doing is just ripping holes in the sail. It's pretty good at that. You rip enough holes in the sail, then the ship is not going to be very fast, not going to be very effective. And if you completely demast the enemy, you can end up boarding them. Get some grape shot. Grape shot is designed just to kill crew members, and you can see a few guys drop dead with that volley. We're going to switch back to solid shot now. And my clever move of cutting these guys off looks like it's paying off. And now we've isolated this ship. We've got a 6th rate and a brig coming in on us, both of which I'm not worried about really at all. Nice. This ship also is getting bashed up pretty good. Let's try hitting this guy with some more chain shot just to slow him down a bit more. Yeah, that's good. And as you can see, I'm making good effect of my ships by being able to shoot 2 ships at the same time. Sometimes that's not always a good idea, because usually if you can hit 2 ships at the same time, that means 2 ships can hit your ship at the same time. But due to their positioning, it looks like they're not firing. Most of them aren't firing on me. This one's sort of just hunkered down here and is going to get outgunned rather disgracefully. The little ring outside of the flag symbol of the ship shows its hull strength. This would be, and each side connotes to the side of the ship it's referring to. So this one's about half strength on one side of the ship and about a quarter strength at the other. It's getting hammered from both sides, and it looks like it's going to rout pretty soon. Ships have a pretty common habit of coming back from routing, though, so I wouldn't be too surprised if that ship entered the battle later on. The ship has oh, it's sinking. That's why it surrendered. So we're going to see this ship go down. Usually these ships end up sinking before they would explode from a freak shot hitting the powder keg, but you never know, that still might happen. See, this tiny little brig is a lot faster than my 4th rate. It's honestly hauling ass. But it has hardly any guns on it and is going to do very little damage to me. Oh, sadly, it looks like things are slowing down. I gotta lay off the fast forward, but in naval battles you really need to use fast forward because it'll take forever if you don't. This ship here is getting smacked up pretty good. I would love to maybe take over a ship if I could, but I'm not going to risk anything if I don't have to. That ship is routing. It's just their little 6th rate. Oh jeez, those guys are getting bashed pretty hard. I wouldn't be surprised if it sinks as well. Now, if I can get rid of all these other ships, I might want to just circle in on this last 4th rate and see if I can commandeer it. Perform a boarding action. Might suit me very nicely. And you might say to yourself, Moldy, what are you going to want with a banged up ship? It's like, well, once I take out Norway, hopefully, their ports will now be my ports. Oh, and the ship is going down. Abandoned ship! Ah! Ah! They look so weird when they jump. Look how many dead guys are on the ship, too. Anyway, so yeah, so once their port becomes my port, I'll be able to repair all these ships. And it'll be good. Trust me. Let's keep this guy from running. Shoot some more chain shot into his sails. Yeah. Let's everybody switch to chain shot. Keep this guy from running on us. And this ship is going down fast. And yes, this ship is sailing with the wind, but how much wind is it going to be catching with its sails looking like this, you know? So hopefully we can end up demasting this ship. Or at least just getting it to route. Once it's demasted, I mean, it's not going to be going anywhere, so then we can just attack it from the rear and from the front where it doesn't have any guns and just pick it apart that way. There goes more of its sail power. Bringing the sails up. So let's try. Let's see, how many men do we have? We have more men than they do. So it might be time to switch to chain shot and try a boarding action. Did I say chain shot? Switch to grape shot. We can get one more shot on this ship before we risk hitting our own. This grape shot's gonna hurt. Yeah, we've already punched a bunch of holes. Oh, these guys have surrendered. Let's see, they're not sinking. That's good. Looks like that 6th rate is going to get away, but I don't really care. It's just another 6th rate that I can destroy on another day. Let's have everybody stop shooting at my own men, please. Turn off fire at will, thank you. And we have cornered the ship that was fleeing. Once we have, they have surrendered. No need to even hop aboard their ship. And looks like this ship is going to be ours. Awesome. Let's end the battle. Heroic victory. Fantastic. So our first victory at sea, and it's going to be pretty nice. Alright, and here is the one ship that we captured. We're going to add it to our fleet. That's awesome. And I think our admiral got a little bit better. Yeah. So what we can do now is hopefully sail. I'm gonna sail this way because it looks like they got some other ships here that might give me some trouble. Or maybe I'll have to go this way. Yeah. Alright, and it looks next turn I'll be able to land on Norway. Or at least close enough to it. All these ships, nothing. They ain't good at all. Indian men, nothing. Worthless. I could take them all out. So if I get attacked at sea next turn, I'm not worried about it. Alright, and I'm all out of money, so let's end the turn. So yeah, things are going according to plan. I'm happy about it. Are you happy about it? I'm pretty happy about it. No doubt the Swedes are pissed off. We beat them at sea and we stole one of their ships and we are sailing it as our own now. When you win a naval battle, you can either choose to loot the ship and get some prize money out of it, or you can just kidnap the ship and add it to your fleet. And I figured, hey, we're going to need the firepower. 4th rate is a good ship. That's why I built some of my own. So why not steal another one? And it looks like I'm going to be safe on the high seas. So we'll be doing alright pretty soon. Doing alright. Let's take a look here. We can land our guys here, correct? Looks correct to me. They have nobody in Norway. That's fantastic. We're going to take over Norway without a fight. Have a port over here? What do you know? That's pretty good. My ships are banged up, so there's really no shame in sailing back, repairing them. I can, however, get a bunch of second rates. These are some good ships now. 3 second rates. Yeah, so what? I'll have my navy, when it's completed, will be 4 fourth rates, 3 second rates, and a 5th rate. And that is a navy to be feared. Right now we just have a navy that can oppose them. Pretty soon we'll have a navy that can terrify them. Well, looks like Sweden's coming right at me, but it's gonna fall a little bit short. So I'm gonna end up taking Norway, pretty much uncontested. I mean, yes, it's possible that they could have built some troops that turn, and there might be a small garrison when I get there, but chances are everything's gonna just be armed citizenry. And hopefully Norway has a wall built up around it so that I can take their city and then take their walls to defend myself from whatever counterattack they're going to be planning. Oh, the Mughal Empire is destroyed again. Big deal. Yes, they do have the second level of what you call it? What should I do? Alright, I think I'm gonna fight these guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quick save just in case a crash happens when I fight these guys. They're gonna intercept me. Alright, looks like they got some crappy horses, some stupid idiot cannons, and I'm gonna have to fight them. I think I'm better. I definitely got better artillery than they do. I'm not too worried. I got some grenadiers. Those guys can wreak havoc if you use them properly. But I'll be attacking, so things might get dicey. You never know.